Hey everyone, welcome back to your Ninja Academy. Today we are going to go through the new divine power of the Uzumaki Clan that Naruto will learn. If you would like to see more about Naruto in our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our Ninja Academy. To understand why Naruto learned the technique of his clan, we need to go through some explanations. After all, to get to the point of the video, we need to explain some very important elements that help guide us and understand clearly the things throughout the video. The Uzumaki clan appeared in the Stringler country, an archipelago east of the Fire Nation, but the place ended up being devastated by wars, forcing its few surviving ninjas to spread all over the world. For this reason, we end up discovering that ninjas from different nations such as Nagato and Karin are actually descendants of the Uzumaki clan, like Naruto. Its members are descendants of a Shura Otsutsuki and relatives of the Senju clan, initially coming from it. Many members were noted as savages, and this was one of the reasons for the destruction of the Uzushogakure. The members that survived went to other places. After a while, more members appeared, such as Karin and Nagato, but Mito and Kushina went to Konoha and established their ties there. The Uzumaki clan had an immense shrine of mystical masks, among them a Shinigami shrine hidden in a forest in the Leaf Village. This shrine is now destroyed, but it is mentioned a few times by Naruto in Boruto's work, as if it was a source of physical and spiritual strengthening for the members of the Uzumaki clan. Each member of the clan possessed an immense capacity with Fuinjitsus, which are sealing technique, and based on this promise that the fourth Hokage Minato studied and created the sealing jutsu that trapped Kyuubi in Naruto, being one of the most perfect and precise techniques of the whole clan. After all, it was she who was responsible for imprisoning the nine-tailed beast in the body of a newborn. The Uzumaki have a large amount of chakra in their bodies. The proofs of this are: Naruto can use shadow clones several times in a row, being that it is one of the jutsus that spends the most chakra because he has to share it with his clones. Karin can, through a bite on her body, transfer healing chakra to another person and still maintain a very high supply in her own body. Longevity also seems to be a hallmark of the Uzumaki clan, with Mito living from before the ninja road was created until the rule of the third Hokage. They also have a high recovery rate from injury, extreme exhaustion, and incredible life force, being able to survive very serious injuries, not to mention the large reserve of chakra they possess. Naruto made hundreds or thousands of shadow clones to multiply the experience he gained, but when he released the clones, he didn't just gain experience. He also got tired and fainted, but he recovered quickly because he's an Uzumaki. Naruto had the nine-tailed Biju sealed in his body. His childhood was not easy. He was despised by the people of his village, but he never left his dream of being a Hokage and being recognized aside. He is full of determination and courage, learned with Kakashi and Jiraiya many powerful techniques, one of them the Rasengan and the Jutsu's Shadow Clone techniques, often used by Naruto throughout the work, but having more prominence in Shippuden when he develops ways to improve and use the technique to the maximum, both for combat and for strengthening, and part of his training for his training as a Hokage. That will happen much later in the story. Let's start by listing a few Uzumakis, starting with Kushina Uzumaki. Naruto's mother and Minato's wife, being the second Kyuubi Jinchuuriki, died to save her son. As a child, she was always rowdy and restless, a behavior just like Naruto's. Now we will see Mito Uzumaki. She was the wife of Hashirama's Senju first Hokage. She was the first Jinchuriki host of Kyuubi. Her long life made her able to keep Kyuubi away from the road for a long time, but soon she needed another host, and so Kushina was brought to the village. Continuing with Nagato Uzumaki, Nagato grew up in Rain Village. He lost everything in the war, including his parents, and what he desires most is peace in the world. He possesses the Rinnegan, the heritage he has from the Uzumaki clan. Moreover, let's go through with Karin Uzumaki. She was one of the most faithful assistants of Orochimaru. Grew up in the grass village, was found by Orochimaru as the only survivor of the attack that her village suffered. She managed to survive because of her ability of perceiving people approaching. To end, let's talk about Ashina Uzumaki. We know that he is the leader of the Uzumaki clan, and it was he who made the alliance with Hashirama, leader of the Senju clan. Now let's go to the theory. The Great Naruto Bridge would connect to the ninja's present home, the Fire Nation, to the home of his ancestors, the Swirling country. It is interesting to imagine that Naruto would have a bridge named in his honor in the country where his clan originated. This battle, where Naruto needs to reassert his ninja ways decisively for the first time, would have taken place in the birthplace of the Uzumaki clan, almost like a revival of the traditions of his ninja family. It is a fact that Naruto managed to inherit the main characteristics of the members of this clan. His vitality and absurd amount of chakra prove this. But analyzing Naruto's abilities with those of his mother Kushina, we notice that he didn't inherit the clan's characteristic Kekkei Genkai, the adamantine sealing chains. This may have happened for two reasons. One of them is related to the fact that Naruto was never introduced on how to use the skills of the Uzumaki clan. As much as he may have the ability to manifest them, he does not know how to summon the adamantine sealing chains. In addition, it is likely that Naruto may have pulled more from his father, therefore he would not have as much natural affinity for Fuinjutsu as his mother. Something that supports this theory is the fact that Naruto almost died after having Kurama removed from his suit. As we saw, it didn't happen to Kushina, even after she had just given birth to Naruto. I believe that regardless of the situation or fact mentioned in the work, Naruto can change things very well. This is a very characteristic of Uzumaki, because throughout the work we saw him, besides overcoming his limits, study and learn each time about his past to create a new history. Kishimoto still has something big for our Naruto, and this is due to the fact that his cycle has ended, and even so he has continued to do great things. Well, I cannot predict or say anything, but I believe that just as his father died a hero, he will follow the same steps of his old man. When it comes to skills, our Uzumaki is always striving to make new combinations or enhancements of his skills. I believe there is no such thing as divine power or something, because when it comes to him, he can very well create a technique or shape from zero. I hope that many things will still happen to our ninja. Even though his journey has ended, I believe he still needs to give himself to something bigger, maybe a sacrifice or maybe a loss. After all, when it comes to the Hokage, everything is possible. It is interesting that we stop to analyze that even though the clan is made of several qualified ninjas, most of the achievements and events revolved around an excluded boy who had a monster within himself. I'm not a big believer in fate or things like that, but I do think some element or connection is right for our Uzumaki. Even if it is not only him that this happens to, we should give all the credit to him. Kishimoto is not equal to other manga. Besides that, each one has its style and way of drawing and unfolding a story. What I mean is that he does not need to appeal to various forms mega destructive, but rather to skills and attributes of the characters themselves. After all, an anime to be good, it does not necessarily need to stay several episodes to transform or be forced to do so. Naruto has its characteristic style and at the same time philosophical. For more that it focuses on the culture of ninjas and their fights and conflicts, it carries with it an air of reflection, something that very few works can bring to the surface without needing to be explaining or saying such quote. Naruto works with the fact that anyone can be good or reach the top, even though he focuses a lot on events that distance us from the original story. Each chapter or episode has something to tell us, and it's the fun of the work. It's not just the anime, but a lifestyle that certainly has many feelings inserted in it. An interesting fact is that both the Senju clan and the Uzumaki clan are distantly related. This is due to a characteristic of the clan. Its members have red hair except Naruto, who pulled the physiognomy of Minato, something that in genetics is well explained deep in it. But we are here to see an anime video, not a biological. That's it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for the video, don't forget to comment here below, because I will be reading it all, as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring so you don't miss out on any content from your favorite Ninja Academy.